Stephanie, talk to me about the Russian investigation, right? This Russian probe. We now understand that Mr. Flynn, who was really at the start of this, is now going to hand documents over.
That's right. Now, remember, he had at first refused to cooperate. Then he was issued a subpoena, which he refused to comply with, citing his Fifth Amendment right. Now he's finally, somehow, I guess, he's done some sort of deal and agreed to cooperate, handing over some documents from his business lobbying firm, Flynn Intel, as well as some personal documents. Now, this has led to some speculation that he has flipped and is now cooperating. Now, I don't see any sort of, evidence to suggest that he's got anything on Trump that would really change the nature of the investigation, but it certainly led to some questions about what exactly is he going to hand over. If he is, if he really does run into trouble, will Trump pardon him? How much will this really shift the Russia investigation?
Right. Who do we know that is actually testifying or putting documents? I mean, there was also a New York Times article implicating Oleg Deripaska with Paul Manafort. Do we actually have an overall understanding of who these probes are targeting?
Well, we had, once again, a subpoena for Michael Cohen, Trump's longtime lawyer. He has refused so far, saying that the subpoena is vaguely worded. I think that is significant. We'll see how that develops. Paul Manafort has handed over quite a few documents in response to the Senate intel request, and we don't know the actual details of that. He has offered to testify, and we'll see how. There's no date so far as to when he's going to testify.
Stephanie, I don't want to put you on the spot, but you do the details so much better than I do. In the McMaster-Cohn op-ed, there's a single half sentence. While reconfirming America's commitment to NATO and Article 5. Did the president do that?
He didn't, and that was what I think a lot of people noticed from his public statements. And even from his private conversations, we got no indication that he did reaffirm that. And I think what he did say was lecturing European nations for not paying their fair share. And that was the message that they at least took home.
Stephanie, I have to ask you, because Twitter is alight with this, and we understand that the tweets that President Trump tweeted about 4 or 5 hours ago, talking about Covfefe and the press, got deleted. I mean, this was the most retweeted tweet since inauguration. I don't know what that tells us about the state of social media, or what it tells us about how his team still don't have a handle on the president's tweets.
Well, that was the interesting thing about his trip, is that he actually was quite restrained and controlled about what he tweeted out when he was away. And as soon as he hit touchdown in Washington, the tweet storm resumed. It shows that actually when he stays on message and coordinates with his communications team, things are under control. He's been told not to tweet about the Russia investigation. That he's not listened to that advice. And I think until someone takes his Twitter handle away, I think we're still going to, see this erupting. 6 a.m. Most mornings you see a new tweet storm. We're just waiting for it, right?
Yeah. For the moment, it's one's been deleted. Let's see what comes next. Stephanie,